Given that I specifically asked Mayor at one point if you had a candidate for city attorney and you didn't answer that question, I had to assume by Mr. Perkins appearing at our meeting that he was the person you planned to appoint. So I did a little homework and am just not comfortable having Mr. Perkins as our attorney until we completely vet the process, primarily because on January 7th, we actually approved a contract with the Chickasaw Basin Authority in which Mr. Perkins is the president of that authority. And I think that needs to be investigated as far as potential conflict of interest or ethical issues it might raise. I'm also concerned because his firm represents the town of Arlington. That meets on the same night and almost the same time that we meet. And a potential conflict if we ever have issues with the town of Arlington relative to schools issues or reserve annexation issues, and Mr. Perkins' requirement that he not be able to represent both sides of that argument. So I do have some concerns about that until we can properly vet that and understand all the ramifications of that.
I think we brought those up during the work session.
During the work session.
I believe all of those.
And during the work session also, that's when I said that he was who I had discussed and wanted to bring to, and didn't hide anything from anybody, so. Is there any other discussion?
That doesn't change that there are issues. The fact that there could be a conflict, the fact that Arlington and Millington are not, we're different cities, we have different issues. Different concerns.
Mr. Perkins?
To those issues?
Well, that's assuming that he's going to be the permanent one.
We're talking
Well, I know we're talking temporary though, but still.
Well, I also have concerns because we haven't discussed fees or seen any sort of proposal for that, and we're also supposed to set the fees for that. And given where we currently are with our budget and our legal fees, I feel like that should be something that's addressed as part of an interview process so all attorneys can answer all questions fairly.
Yeah, I was under the impression that his fees were going to be identical to what we pay now.
Where was that communicated? Because I haven't heard.
So I was told.
By who?
Okay.
Mr.
I mean,
Perkins?
that's,
You are right.
my whole point is,
Mr. Perkins is recognized.
and I'm sorry, I just want to make sure.
Recognized.
Okay.
Mr. Perkins?
First of all, I didn't know there was a meeting tonight. I'm Charles Perkins, attorney with offices at 284 German Oak, Memphis, Tennessee. I've been practicing law 46 years in Memphis and Shelby County. I did not know there was a meeting tonight until about 1 o'clock when Mayor Jones called and asked me to come tonight. This is the third time I've been, and each time Mayor Jones has asked me to come, specifically to meet you all and get to know you and answer your questions and that sort of thing. And I attempted to do that at the last meeting when we had the work session, and I'm not here to. I was not here to try to get rid of Barbara Lapidus at all. I know Barbara. I think a lot of her. I have a good relationship with that law firm. We deal with Harris Shelton all the time. There are thousands, literally thousands of good lawyers in Memphis and Shelby County, Tennessee. I'm an AV lawyer, which is a top rating that Martindale-Hubbell gives for lawyers, which means that not only am I at the top of my profession, I also have the financial strength so that you can trust me when we do a deal. I've done deals in the $200 million range down to the dollar range. And I don't want to be your town attorney if you don't want me. One of the things that lawyers do when we represent people is we only represent people that want us. If you want me, I'm interested in your job. If you do not want me, there are lots of other good lawyers in Memphis and Shelby County. I was encouraged to come to these things all the way back in December when it was made known to me that Ms. Lapidus was going to retire at the end of December. We do represent Arlington. We also represent Piperton. I can tell you that Ed McKinney represents almost every town in Shelby County. including Piperton and Fayette County and Somerville and others, because he is the Tennessee Municipal League lawyer, and he handles the defense of your claims. He's also the Bartlett City Attorney. And, you know, we all deal in this area of conflict and no